Beware of liberal men. They are just as dangerous as the super conservative ones because those men are telling you they're using feminism against you. Feminism is about choice, but they're literally saying, well, you want it to be equal. Okay, go ahead and pay for your. Go ahead and pay. Okay, you want it to be equal. Well, go ahead and work. Why do I have to take care of you? Why do I have to spend money? Why do I
Did she say equal? I thought it was equal. I swear she's saying equal.
have to pay for things? You want to be equal? You can be equal. Why
Yo, y'all got to stop listening to these women. I mean, I usually get to at least a minute and a half, 2 minutes before I start to comment. But if a person doesn't even know how to pronounce equal and they say equal, 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 and you're a grown person, I mean, there's some pretty complicated words out here in these streets. That's 3 and 4 and 5 syllables. And, maybe the J is silent or something like that, or the F is pronounced with the PH or something. I don't know. But if you don't even know how to say equal and you're saying equal, 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 listen to her. Watch this.
say, hey, okay, you want it to be equal? Well, go ahead and work. Why do I have to take care of you? Why do I have to spend money? Why do I have to pay for things? You want to be equal? You can be equal. While we are still not equal in society, in any society across the globe, in any country across the globe, and then on top of that, they don't share the emotional burdens, the mental burdens, the physical burdens, the burden of pregnancy, the burdens of the dangers that we face in society by other men that they don't stand up to. Be very, very, very careful because that's very dangerous.
I'm going to try to compartmentalize and I'm going to remove myself from criticizing her inability to pronounce words a certain way. And I'm going to break this down because it seems like she's against liberal men, conservative men, and that has nothing to do with the price of tea in China. Men are not made to take care of you for the rest of your life. You are made to be purposeful in men's lives. That's why it says be a helpmeet. Now, women that's on these apps giving this advice, you can tell they don't know anything about what they're talking about because the reality is feminism and all of the talking points behind it, because it has been hijacked by the LGBT, the alphabet community. Let's just say the alphabet community. And before that, feminism actually hijacked the civil rights movement. But the reality is that it's all just designed in order to get you guys to turn against men and to leave your household and tie yourselves to the federal government through liberal policies that's not best for you. That's just the reality. Okay? So when you start to break that down and what that looks like, you guys have been programmed to think that in the form of additional rights, the reality is that they're just telling you to continue to place yourself at a disadvantage, become more of a consumer, be dependent on the federal government so that you can vote a certain way, and then you'll be equal with men because you'll advocate for diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is really just a way for them to just be able to segment you guys and then tie you to the Democrat Party for the rest of your lives. But the truth is, you believe that you're supposed to still have this, advocate for it. Maybe it sounds good to you, but then men are still supposed to carry the burden of traditionalism while supporting you in your feminist ways. It has nothing to do with liberals. It has nothing to do with conservatives. I think that men are starting to wake up. Starting, meaning this is just the beginning, and there's going to be a lot more growth that comes along with it. I think that men are starting to wake up, and they're realizing that this is just a bad deal. That's what it comes down to. Like if you've been doing something for so long, have y'all ever been in a situation where, whether it be at work or at home or whatever, where you've been doing something for so long, but it's not working for you, but because you've been doing it, it's an expectation on you to do it. So when you then break free from it, it seems like something is wrong. When in reality, the thing that was wrong was what you have been doing all of this time. Well, that's what it is when we start to realize how bad feminism has become for women, even though men have been telling y'all for a long time to stay away from that shit. Stop embracing it. Stop doing something that's not in your best interest. Get your lives together. Let's dedicate yourself. But no, that's not what you guys did. You know what you did? You dove deeper and then you tried to hold men accountable and say, hey, man, beware of men that don't pay for you 100%. Okay. Like nobody is tripping about that. Cool. Live by yourself, be by yourself, go find a simp, something like that. But let me hear the rest of what she got to say, and then we're going to come back and have this conversation of this woman that can't pronounce equal.
A liberal man's gonna sit there and tell you, oh, I support your rights. Oh, yeah, I support you getting everything. Because he doesn't want to do those things for you. He's thinking from an actual perspective where he is extremely selfish. A liberal man is just as dangerous as a conservative man.
So the liberal man is dangerous. Conservative men are dangerous. What type of man would you like? An independent, a voter? I don't know. Yo, they saying the liberal man is. Why don't y'all just date each other? Date each other, have each other, destroy each other, and then go from there. And then try to have babies with each other without men.
Okay? You want one in between. You want one outside of those catalogs.
She
Okay?
don't even know what she's saying. She
Think
just
for yourself.
Listen to her.
Again, ask them what their values are, why they think that. If I'm equal to you,
Equal.
then what is your fucking purpose? It's not for.
And she left this video up when y'all sent it to me. By the time that I realized that I was going to react to it, I figured it'd be taken down because she don't know how to, pronounce equal. But here we are.
That they are extracting more out of you. Literally, they're getting you to pay for yourself and them while getting full access to you. Full access to your health, to your body, to your mind, to your soul, to your heart, to everything at no cost. In fact, you are technically paying them to be there because you're paying for your own shit. So you as the experience, as the woman, you're free. And how do you expect them to value you? Any man who thinks he should go 50-50
And she thinks she cooking on this one. Like she's sitting up, she perking up.
Is a very dangerous man. Is a very dangerous man. Okay? Very dangerous, does not care for you, does not care about you, and wants to get everything out of you for nothing.
Yo, listen, fellas, I don't care what side of the political aisle you on. I think that we all can come together and agree that we're no longer subjecting ourselves to this mindset. We really don't care what you think. Like, I think that these type of women with this mentality, and I always like to link back to the content creator, so that link will be down in the description because I like to give credit regardless of whether I agree or not. Most of these women out here, honestly, they just for play, bro. Like it's recreational value only. You'll know a wife when you see them. What she's basically proposing, and correct me if I'm wrong inside of the chat, y'all. What she's basically proposing is selling the box at a price that you probably want to refuse. You don't want to be a part of. It's not your thing. And so she's basically saying, don't rock out with any man that has a perspective that supports your feminist views, which you are feminist, that supports your feminist views, that's not willing to pay for cat. And he don't get nothing out of it, but you just continue to siphon off his money in the words of traditionalism. And so you want a traditional man that don't push you and support your feminist ways, but at the same time, he's supposed to pay for everything and he advocated for equal. Like, it just all sounds dumb. It's stupid as hell. But, women continue to keep women single. Women continue to promote this activity that allows for them to be able to break up their household, and then they want a simp to come and save them. Don't be the sucker. Let me say this again for the people in the back. Don't be the sucker. Don't be the fool, the clown, the idiot that find yourself in a position to have to pay for another man's save game, or paying for box and you justifying it by saying that all men pay. It's dumb. Let me know what y'all think inside of the chat. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I love y'all. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace.